The first time I saw her, I thought she was just another tired old woman looking for food. She came to our gate early in the morning, dragging her feet. Her wrapper had holes. Her blouse was torn at the shoulder. She wore no shoes. She asked if she could sweep our compound in exchange for food. Her voice was calm and polite. My mother looked at her and said, "Sweep well. I don't have much to give, but I'll find something." She swept the compound slowly but carefully. When she was done, Mama gave her a bowl of soaked gari and 2 spoons of sugar. The old woman thanked her, smiled, and left. From that day, she returned every morning. The village gave her a name, Mama Dust. Children laughed when she passed. Some people turned their noses up when she walked by. But she always smiled. She never begged, never quarreled. She just did her work and moved on. I noticed something strange. She watched people closely, especially Namdi. Namdi lived alone. A quiet, well-kept man. Tall, brown-skinned, with a serious face. He was a teacher at the secondary school. Nobody really knew his story. Some said he had money but didn't trust women. Said they would only come close if they knew he had wealth. Mama Dust greeted him each time he passed, sometimes offered to sweep his yard, bring him food, or carry water. He was polite but distant. Never let her inside. Never said more than 2 words. One day, I asked her, "Mama, why do you always look at Namdi?" She smiled and said, "A heart can be stubborn, but even stubborn hearts can melt." I didn't get it. But something told me this woman wasn't what she looked like. And I was right. Mama Dust didn't stop trying. Every day, she greeted Namdi with a smile and soft words. At first, he barely noticed her. But she kept showing up. One day, I saw her sweeping in front of his house. He didn't chase her away. The next day, she brought him a small bowl of yam porridge. He stood at the door for a long time before taking it. He didn't say thank you. But he took it. She began to sit near his steps after work. Just sitting. Not talking much. Namdi never invited her in, but he didn't send her away either. My cousin Chika and I started watching from afar. It was like a silent battle, Mama Dust using kindness to break through Namdi's wall. Then something changed. One morning, I saw Namdi give her a chair to sit on instead of the ground. The next week, he gave her old wrappers from inside his house. Not much, but it was a sign. He was opening up, little by little. Meanwhile, Chika always gave Mama Dust something to eat whenever she came by, leftover soup, beans, or yam. Mama Dust would laugh and say, "Your heart is soft, my daughter." Village people still didn't know her story. Some said she was cursed. Others said she had no family. But I began to suspect she was more than she seemed. One day, Chika said, "Do you know this woman can read?" I saw her reading a newspaper beside the road. That shocked me. A woman dressed in rags, reading a newspaper. Now my eyes stayed open. Then, one Saturday, the village woke up to loud voices. Mama Dust had fallen in the market. She fainted. People rushed her to the clinic. Everyone thought she was going to die. But what came next was more surprising than anything we could imagine. 3 days after the fall, Mama Dust came back, but not the way she left. She didn't walk in rags this time. She arrived in a clean car, dressed in lace, with gold bangles on her wrist. Her hair was tied neatly. Her skin glowed like someone who ate well and slept on a soft bed. People gathered, shocked. She walked to the village square and asked everyone to listen. "My name is not Mama Dust," she said. "My name is Madam Ogochinokidi. I have houses in the city, land in Enugu, and 3 shops in ABA. But all that means nothing to me now." Mouths opened. People began whispering. She continued. I have a son. My only son. A good man. But proud. He has refused to marry. He says women only love money. He hides from people, pretends to be poor, and lives quietly. Then she looked at Namdi. Yes, she said. He is my son. Gasps. Eyes turned. Namdi stood up slowly. He looked frozen. She smiled gently. I came here to see if he was right. To see how people would treat someone with nothing. And to see if I could find a woman who would care for me, truly care, for no gain. Then she pointed to Chika. You, my dear, you didn't know who I was. Yet, you gave me food, smiled at me, cared for me. You have the kind of heart I prayed my son would marry. The whole village fell into silence. It felt like a story from a dream, but it was real. The days that followed were quiet. People didn't know how to act around Mama Dust, now Madam Ogochi. Some felt guilty for laughing at her. Others kept away, ashamed. Nandi didn't speak to anyone for a week. He didn't go to work. He didn't even open his door. But one evening, he came to our compound. He called Chika aside and spoke to her for a long time. I don't know everything he said, but Chika came back inside with red eyes and a shaky smile. That same week, Mama Ogochi invited our family over for a meal. Her house, yes, her real house, was just outside the village. It had been hidden all this while. A large bungalow with flowers, curtains, tiled floors, and even a television that played without shaking. We ate jollof rice and chicken. Soft drinks flowed. Chika sat beside Namdi, quietly smiling. Mama Ogochi looked pleased. After the meal, she stood up and said, I came here with dust on my feet, and I found something richer than gold. A woman with a kind heart. That's what my son needs. She faced Namdi. Now, it's your turn to stop hiding. You've seen what love without money looks like. He nodded. The village heard news a few days later. Namdi had asked for Chika's hand in marriage. The wedding was simple, yet beautiful. No loud music, no show-off. Just close family, neighbors, and those who had seen the whole story unfold. Namdi wore white. Chika wore blue lace. They didn't dance much, but you could see the peace on their faces. People came forward to greet Mama Ogochi. This time, they treated her with respect. No one laughed behind her back. Some apologized. She just smiled and said everything happened as it was meant to. After the wedding, she gave Chika and Namdi keys to a house in the city and a store to start a business. But they didn't leave the village right away. They stayed for a while. Namdi continued teaching. Chika started sewing clothes for women. And Mama Ogochi. She stayed too. But now, no one called her Mama Dust. As for me, I learned something I'll never forget. Sometimes, the richest people come in the poorest clothes. And sometimes, love isn't loud or shiny. It's quiet. Like a woman in rags who just wanted to be treated like a human being.